all the strength that I have and all the qualities or whatever, or the perseverance or the need to do things and be things, and not be things so much anymore, but the need to do things and to say things and to find ways of saying things, that all comes from the grannies. And in a way it comes from them not being able to do it, from them being constricted by their place in the world, and not being able to do it. You know, Granny Dyas sat in that house for years writing beautiful poetry and painting lovely pictures and writing little short stories and having these amazing thoughts about the structure of society with no outlet. She had no outlet, really. I mean, she exhibited her paintings in Stephen's Green and she sent things into places, and Granny McGrath's a great one for saying send it in, and nobody really knew where we were supposed to send it into. But it's just that frustration, and I think that's why I'm making Dial Can't Make This Play, because it's not only that I can't make it, they couldn't make it. They didn't have a voice. And this thing about the voice is very prevalent at the moment, and it's very important, because we need a voice. We want to have a voice, we want to have our say, and we want to express that. But people want to say their things, and I want to say me things, really, is the bottom line. And also I want to say their things, because they didn't get a chance. They didn't get a chance because of where they were born, socially and economically and socially, and in the way the society was structured at that time for women. And I'm reading Nuala O'Fallon's book, Are You Somebody? She's writing about that period, you know, and she was in college and she was the only kind of one in her family to get to do that, of the girls. And it's very interesting, because she talks about the fact that her mother sat at home and drank, really, and read. She read all the time, but she didn't have a choice. And one of the paragraphs, obviously she had a choice about the drinking and all and that kind of thing, but structurally she had 9 children, and she had 9 children because structurally the society was set up so that women gave birth, because there was no contraception, there was no choice in that, and they were Catholic, so structurally she was condemned to childbirth. And Nuala O'Fallon says today maybe she would have stayed in the civil service, and she would have had less kids then, and she would have had a job, and she would have had an outlet and a function and a role other than mother, because mother didn't really suit her. And mother doesn't suit a lot of people. I don't think it suits me, you know what I mean? And this whole thing, anyway, to finish the point about Nuala O'Fallon's mother, is that she could have stayed in the civil service today and done a job and had a different life and had her own income, which was the economic factor. She had no income. She was reliant on him. They weren't allowed, structurally, women weren't allowed to stay in the workforce when they got married, which is exactly what happened to Vera as well. Vera had to leave her job when she got married, and for a while Vera was clever and she thought, I just won't tell them. I won't tell them I got married, because she was supposed to get married first, and then her mother broke her arm, and then her uncle fell into the Liffey and died on O'Connell Bridge, and then my granddad's mother died, and it took ages for them to get married anyway, so she just didn't bother telling her job that the Norman Typewriting Company, but they found out and she had to leave. And this was a structural societal claim on these women's lives, you know. They were limited structurally, and that's very serious to me, and it's very kind of upsetting.